Hi everyone, and welcome back to Innovaticalls. I am Professor Nikki Eshiaghi from RMIT University in Melbourne. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Here we explore the skill, insight, and strategy that help students, graduate, and early career professionals thrive in both academic and personal life. In the first episode, we explored what happiness really means, how it connects to emotional intelligence, self-regard, optimism, and reality testing, and why money alone doesn't create lasting joy. Now that we understand the foundation of happiness, today we are going to look at how happiness can be built and protected, how it benefits our lives, and how we can respond to the challenges that sometimes threaten it. One of the most powerful ways to deepen happiness is through something called flow. Flow happens when we are completely absorbed in an activity, so focused and engaged that the time seems to disappear. It's that moment when your skill perfectly matches the challenge you are facing and you feel fully alive and present. Let's think about a few examples. A student might begin writing a research paper reluctantly, thinking it will be tedious, but as they get into the topic, connecting ideas and forming arguments, they lose track of the clock. Hours pass, yet they feel energized, not drained. A musician practicing a challenging piece might enter flow when every movement feels instinctive. Every note feels right and the outside world fades away. Even simple daily activities can produce flow. Cooking a new recipe, arranging your room, solving a tricky math problem, or taking a long walk and noticing the details of the world around you. The key is full involvement, the sense that your mind and body are completely present in what you are doing. Flow matters because it creates natural, intrinsic happiness. You don't need external reward to feel joy. The challenge itself, combined with your skill and focus, is enough. And a study showed that people who are regularly experience flow report higher satisfaction in life even when facing ordinary stresses. So, one practical tip is to notice when you feel absorbed in activity and find a way to engage in more of those moments. For some, it might be studying or writing. For others, painting, sport, or even cooking. Flow can appear in the most unexpected places. Now that we have explored flow, let's look at the benefits of the happiness more broadly. Happiness doesn't just feel good in the moment. It affects our health, our relationship, and our ability to succeed. On the health side, happier people tend to have a stronger immune systems, lower stress levels, and even longer lifespans. Consider two students facing the same exam pressure. One is constantly anxious, loses sleep, skips meals, and feels physically drained. Another experiences stress, but also maintains hope, practices self-care, and keeps perspective. That second student's body is more resilient, their energy more sustained, and their overall well-being higher. Happiness and health are closely connected. Happiness also strengthens relationship. People who are happy are more enjoyable to be around. Their positive energy, humor, and empathy help build stronger friendship, better teamwork, and supportive social network. In contrast, chronic sadness and negativity can push people away, leaving individuals isolated without the support they need. For example, in a group project, one negative team member can drain motivation and cooperation, while someone with a positive, encouraging attitude lifts the entire group. Professional life benefits too. Happy people are often more productive, creative, and resilient. A graduate entering their first job may not have all the technical skill yet, but approaching tasks with energy, curiosity, and positive attitude attract opportunities, mentors, and collaboration. Happiness in this way becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. The more engaged and optimistic we are, the more others respond positively, creating further opportunities for success and satisfaction. But life is not always smooth, and happiness is not constant. Sadness is a part of being human, and sometimes challenges deepen into something more serious, like a depression. Depression is not just feeling sad, it is a persistent state of hopelessness, loss of interest in activities, changes in sleep or appetite, and difficulty functioning. Students might notice it as skipping classes, losing motivation to study, or withdrawing from friends. Early career professionals might feel drained, disengaged, or unable to complete everyday tasks. If you recognize these signs in yourself or others, it is important to respond with compassion and action. Depression is not a weakness. It is a treatable medical condition. Seeking help from a counselor, doctor, or support network is a courageous step, not a failure. Remember, protecting happiness doesn't mean avoiding sadness. It means creating the inner and external resources to navigate it and rebuild joy. So, how can we protect our happiness and build resilience for the tough times? There are several strategies we can apply in everyday life. One is resilience building. When setbacks happen, remind yourself they are temporary. Reflecting on past challenges you have overcome can strengthen confidence that you can handle future difficulties. Another is connection. Staying in touch with friends, joining study or hobby groups, or simply talking to family can provide essential emotional support. Human connection is one of the strongest buffers against unhappiness. Finally, meaning and purpose help anchor happiness. Even a small action that give life meaning, helping someone, contributing to a team, or learning a new skill can keep our emotional balance intact even in stressful moments. It is also important to reflect regularly on your own experiences. Ask yourself, when do I feel most absorbed and engaged? Who lifts me up and energizes me? And what challenges could I face with a more positive and productive mindset? Reflection not only strengthens awareness but also empowers you to take an intentional step towards sustained happiness. As we near the end of this episode, I wanted to emphasize one key idea. Happiness is not a destination or something that only happens when life is perfect. It's an ongoing practice, engaging in flow, building positive relationship, caring for your health, seeking meaning, and learning to navigate sadness with resilience. All contribute to a life of fulfillment. These are habits you can cultivate, not the traits you are simply born with. And remember, happiness multiplies when shared, encouraging and uplifting others, supporting friends and family, and celebrating small successes together reinforces our own joy and strengthens our connections. It's a cycle that keeps expanding. Happier people create happier environment, and those environments in turn nurture more happiness. So today I encourage you to take a few practical steps. Notice the activity that bring you flow and do them more often. Reach out to someone you care about and invest in that relationship. Reflect on your recent achievement and celebrate them, even small ones. And if you or someone you know is struggling with persistent sadness, seek help without hesitation. Compassion and professional support are part of protecting your long term happiness. Happiness is not about avoiding challenges or expecting life to be perfect. It's about being fully present, building resilience, nurturing relationship, and finding meaning in what you do. By practicing these habits, we can create a life that is not just successful but deeply fulfilling. If you find today's episode helpful, subscribe to Innovaticalls, share this video with someone who could benefit, and join our growing community of students, graduates, and early career professionals committed to flourishing. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next episode.